Okay, good news. We are recording, or were recording. We might might not be anymore. No, we want to do this in the widgets. Yeah. We want to do this in the widgets. So in the audio console, we want to do a clamp. Max, and what's the order of these? I have the power of 2 screens. I should make use of my tremendous power. With height, with height. Yeah. Min width. Audio console min height. It just doesn't fit. There's probably audio console, and then I want max width. Then I want audio console max height. Okay, we can clamp that. Okay. Now the thing is, I kind of need a way to figure out how big the region that was actually drawn is. Maybe I want these regions to be pointers, and then what you get back is, this is what we actually drew. I think that kind of makes sense. Yeah, so you write into the output what the region you actually drew was. I think I like that. Okay, now let's do that. Is this what we want to do? I think the answer is yes. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh yeah, this probe for audio devices, that's done on startup. Yeah. We launch that other thread on startup and then we start the UI. Yeah, there it is. Okay. We can draw the gain meter there. And, well, yeah, no, these can be, okay. And then I want to move across by audio console pad, gain to record pad. Yeah. But I want to center it. Because I'm in the widgets file, I know the size of the other widgets. Or the bounds. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting close to just making a small little widget library that has a structure containing widget properties such as their minimum and maximum bounding boxes. But for now, I don't need to. Though it's maybe not a bad idea, I don't know. So we want to move across that much. Yeah, we definitely need to know. No, we don't. I was going to say we definitely need to know how big the min slash max width of the gain meter is. But we don't, because the min slash max of the audio console already takes that into account. So we always have enough space that we can draw the record button. It's not like we're going to run out of space, because in our definition of when we clamped up here, when we did this clamp, the minimum width always has space for those two. Oh no, that's not true though, because it may, right. So the maximum width is 500. If you give it a region of 500, it will be able to draw the gain meter there. But that will leave you zero room for the record button. And because 500 is above the minimums in the other file, because 500 is above the minimum that we need, there will be no expansion of the region, or clamping as we've called it, min clamping. So I guess what we want to do is we want to compute the width here when we do this. So this is not necessarily straightforward. What we want to do is we want to say if audio console. No, we can't do it that way because that might under slash overflow. Do I care about that here? I don't know. We're dealing with numbers in the order of at most 10,000. There's not going to be any over or underflow when we're doing addition and subtraction. It's just not going to happen. And if it does, my condolences to you. I'm sorry you have to experience that. So we want to say if the min width if region.width is less than is greater than, yeah, we want to know, what do we want to know? We want to know if it's less than, okay, what we want to figure out is we want to figure out what ratio we want to assign to the gain meter versus, in this case, the record button, but what will be eventually everything else. So I think we want I don't know if we can decide the answer to that until we do it and see how it looks. But let's logically think about what we want. We want to say if the audio meter, if the region that we have can fit the gain meter. I think there are a couple of different cases, because it could be slightly larger than the maximum gain meter width, but still, when you clamp the gain meter, there's still not enough space for the record button. That can still happen. So it's not just dependent on if we're bigger or smaller than the maximum width. If we're smaller than the maximum width, but bigger than the min width, then we'll never be able to fit the record button unless we do some sort of proportioning. It's a good question though of how big we want to draw everything. I think for now, that's what I want. I just want to make room. Oh. Whoops. Does this handle negatives correctly? No, it doesn't handle them at all. Should it? Let's ask Graylib. Oh, these are floats. Oh. They are signed. Should I just make these floats? I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and then that'll clamp if it's too small. But I don't think it can be. By our definition, when we clamped above, this has to be greater than or equal to the draw meter min width. So what I want to do is I want to move this across by that plus that. And then I want to go subregion dot width equals so this changes the x coordinate. The y coordinate I want to remain the same for now because it's the same height, but I will want to center it if that ever stops being true. And the height's the same, so I don't need to change the height, but I do need to change the width. And I need to subtract from it. No, I need it to be, I guess, region width minus the x coordinate, I suppose. I think that's right. And then we want to draw record button.